Appliances. Appliances will have the same problem we just discussed because again, you use it with very hot temperature and then it absorbs the chametz or the not kosher food, and then you will cook something in Passover there, and the absorbers of the chametz will go into your kosher Passover food, and then it's a problem. Therefore, what do we do? So let's go to the oven. First of all, stove tops. If you have regular grates like this, make sure clean it very thoroughly with clean material, and then if it's all metal here, you just turn on all the flames to the highest, all of them together to the highest for half an hour, and then you will be great. If you have they have the coils, again, just turn it on for, I'd say, half an hour, 45 minutes to the highest, and you'll be good to go. If you have glass on it, then it's a problem. You can't really kosher it. Therefore, the best thing is just make sure it's all very clean thoroughly, and there's not much to do. Make sure not to put anything on it like silver foil because it's going to crack the whole thing. Okay? Now, what about this? Just clean it again very thoroughly with chemical materials that we clean with take off all the grease and everything. Clean it, cover it with silver foil, and then you'll be great to go. Now let's go into the oven. In the oven, first of all, make sure to clean it very, very well. Use again chemical materials that will take out all the grease and all the fat that around inside that stick inside to the oven. Clean it very well, especially the door, because the doors doesn't get heat up from the heating that you're going to heat it up. So just make sure to clean it very, very well. After that, if you have self-clean oven, just make it self-clean. You can even have it stop the self-clean after 3 hours, and the oven is all kosher for Passover, and you're great to go. If not, okay, again, by the way, these you should keep them inside the oven while you're gonna put the oven on self-clean. If you don't have the self-clean, what we're gonna do is we're gonna heat up the oven to the highest temperature you could, meaning usually it's 500, 550, whatever it is, and you keep it on for 2 hours. Make sure to be in the house because it's a little bit dangerous. Stay in the house for 2 hours. Keep it on after it's all very clean, very thoroughly, and it's going to be great to go. Now let's go to the microwave. Microwave again. Microwave has to not be used for 24 hours. By the way, it's the same for the oven. Don't use any of the appliances for 24 hours before you're koshering it. Then you're going to go to the microwave, clean it very well. Take again chemical materials, anything that is cleaning materials. To clean it, nothing will be there. It's properly clean. You take a cup of water, you add some soap or any type of bleach, anything you want. You put it inside the microwave for 10 minutes, and then you're going to be good to go. Countertops. So it's really dependent again what material it's made of. If it's granite or it's real stone, or marble, it's something that you actually could kosher. If it's made of plastic material, even they have some sort of marble that it combines, it's called Caesar, combines plastic and stone together. It's hard to kosher it. The best thing I'm telling you right now, you don't really have to kosher your stove, your countertops. Just like cover it with a thick silver foil or plastic or whatever you have to cover, and then it'll be great to go. Now let's go to the sink. In the sink, it will be depend what material it's made from. So if it's made from ceramic, like you have in some houses, again, ceramic cannot be koshered. Therefore, what are we going to do? Most people have some sort of inserts that you put inside your sinks, and then you can use it for Passover. Now, if you have a metal one like this, and all this, right, everything here is metal. Now, again, you ask me why do I have to go crazy? Again, why? Because you have breaded things. You use your chametz the whole year, and you do wash things with hot water. And then what happened to it? It absorbed, and then you're going to use your utensils, everything in Passover, and then all the absorbers will go out again. So what do we do with that? What do we do with that? There's two ways how to kosher this sink. First of all, the first thing you should do is make sure you have towels around here on the floor and on the countertops, just to make sure that not everything will get wet. B, if you have a kettle, you boil the hot water in the kettle. Make sure it's still on. While it's still bubbling, it's still working. While it's still bubbling, you're gonna pour the water on the entire sink. Make sure that everything will be hot water upon it. Yes, you'll ask me, well, it's not all in the right time and the same time. It's okay. And after that, you continue, put more water. Make sure to cover all the parts of the sink. Also, again, you're gonna pour the water also on top of these, and down this, and on top of this. Everything has to have the boiling water on it, and then again, you will pour cold water on the whole thing, and it's gonna be all to go. Or what do? You cook again, you will cook a boiling pot with boiling water. It's, again, put gloves because it might be dangerous, and you can get hurt, and you don't wanna get hurt. You put the bubbling water, you take them, and you're basically pour everything again on the sink. Or again, also, by the way, this, you need, that also has to be kosher. So you just cover it, and then you pour on water on this, cover on the entire sink carefully. Every place in the sink should get the hot water on it. And then it's all kosher for Passover. Toaster oven. So toaster oven, really, it's very hard to clean, and then it's also very hard to reheat and make sure there's glass here. Also, the best thing is just like, don't use it for Passover, you'll survive for 1 week. Dishwasher. The dishwasher you could technically kosher if it's inside all made of metal, as here. Okay, some of them made of plastic, and then plastic cannot, again, wouldn't be able to take out all the absorbents inside. But the problem is that here also, those shelves also made out of plastic, and therefore, if you want to buy new ones that would have all kosher for Passover, like new ones, then they'll be okay. The best thing is don't use it. If you tell me, Rabbi, I really need it, get without it, because maybe use it with soaps, you might be able to use it, but just the best thing is don't use it for Passover. Just 1 week, we have to wash our dishes, we'll survive. Secondly, we're going into the fridge. Now, in the fridge, the problem is like this. The problem is you don't cook anything inside it. So therefore, why do we have to kosher in the fridge? The reason is 2 reasons. A, you're going to have a lot of food of chametz that you want to sell to the non-Jew. You want to keep it. You don't want it to get rotten or something happen to it. Therefore, you should put it in a plastic bag, or even inside the fridge. You should use the drawers and put all the chametz inside. You write chametz on it, and then you know this is dedicated for chametz. Or if you want to do it with a shelf, just use one shelf. It will be dedicated for chametz, and the rest you're going to put your kosher or Passover food there. Now, because there's a lot of crumbs, especially if you go into the fridge, the elastic here has tons of crumbs. Make sure to clean the fridge very thoroughly. Why? Because you don't want those crumbs to go into the kosher or Passover food, because you don't allow to get chametz in Pesach, even the tiniest crumb. Therefore, clean with cleaning material again to make sure that any crumbs that will have it will touch those materials. Even the dog will not eat it, and it would be not edible. And therefore, clean it very thoroughly. Make sure that you dedicate a place for the chametz food, and don't mix the kosher Passover food inside it, and then it will be great to go.